Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. Noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. That's all I can ever ask for, is an opportunity and a chance, whether it's 1 second, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, however long you decide I'm worthy. I'm grateful. I know exactly where I would like to start. I know exactly where I will want to go and end up. Usually for situations like this, I give it enough time to breathe. I give it enough time to marinate. I give it enough time to air out, unless I'm protecting the guilty in the game. But it's me, and I'm not the guilty in the game, and sharing is caring. Now you know, noobs. Regs already knew this. Regs already knew this. We back at it again, Regs. We do what we do. This seems and feels like every single day, but it's not every single day. It just feels that way. Maybe, just maybe, one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 1 decade, 1 century, somebody's going to come up with what the call is. Maybe it's pictures. Maybe it's some kind of words or word phrases that we have yet to create. It will get there. We will get there. It will be there. But until then, we're going to keep doing what we do like every single day. But it ain't every single day. It just feels that way. It just feels that way. I haven't had pure chaos in a long time. I haven't had an epic journey in a long time either. Depending on who you are. I just gave you both. But here's the thing. I usually get that in some form of fashion, usually when it comes to the petrol, usually when it comes to doing that. But I'm nowhere near that because of many petrol stories have passed by. But I just haven't thought they were worthy just yet. But this, wow, I think the universe was like, hey, you getting too comfy. The universe was like, hey, I'm going to make sure you own your toes. My heart was racing. I was breaking out in a cold sweat. I was about to get my jets on. And get your jets on mean you was about to run. Get your jets on mean you was about to run. And I like running. I like exercising, but I don't like running when I'm having to chase something. I don't like running when I'm after something they already got a head start. I don't know about your flight mode. But mine ain't that quick. Mine couldn't run down a vehicle. Mine could not run down a vehicle. And that's what it was going to be. And everything lined it up perfect for me to experience this. Everything lined it up absolutely perfect for my heart to almost attack me. And my inner being, to just decide that I don't think so. And everything just stops and come to a standstill. And I'm just there somewhere asking and demanding help. It didn't come to that, but it was pretty close. It didn't come to that, but it was really, really, really close. And the universe was behind this. Undoubtedly so, but it's okay. It was a learning experience. I need to be on my toes. I need to know that I need to be on my toes. I need to know that at any given moment, it can go down. It can go down. And my awareness game was on point. My awareness game was on point because I recognized the danger. I recognized the okie doke. I recognized all of it, but my mind wasn't processing the information correctly. My mind was playing tricks on me. And my intuition and gut feeling they had the day off. My intuition and my gut feeling had the day off because they made a deal with the universe, and the universe said, he needs to learn. He needs to be prepared, because intuition, gut feeling, you ain't going to be there all the time. And if you are there all the time, he might not trust you again, even though he said that he was going to always trust you 100%, 110%, 1000%, that you was going to always get his trust, and that he wasn't going to rely on his mind and all the mathematicians and the calculations that all of that stuff do, because the gut feeling and intuition just do that automatically, and he don't have to think about it. But we just gonna let him see how his mind can just play tricks on him, and how his mind can just run with the wind, and how his mind can just be this entity that needs to have some kind of checks and balances, that need to have some kind of checks and balances. And that's why everything lined it up. That's why the stars was aligned. There was no moon in the sky, even though the moon is somewhere up in the sky. It wasn't out this time because this was broad daylight. And that's what made, as I go back and recall the situation, that's what makes it a little cray-cray for me when I'm starting to add up and put all the pieces of the puzzle together and actually try to make it make sense. It doesn't add up, and I probably should have just been a little bit more low-key. Intuition and gut feeling would have got me there instantly. Intuition and gut feeling would have had me there from jump street, but my mind was just wondering. My mind was just thinking of all these possibilities and all of the data that it was intaking, but it was utilizing that data incorrectly. It was utilizing that data incorrectly. See, I decided I was somewhere and I didn't park in my normal spot. I parked in a different spot. And when I usually park in the same spot for the most part, but this one day I didn't park in that spot. I parked in a different spot. So I went, left, did what it do, whatever, came back, right? And I'm walking down the street. I'm walking down the street to the parking lot. I'm walking down the street to the parking lot. And there's a car that's about to come out of the parking lot that look just like my car. Down to the color, down to the make and model, down to the year, down to the rims, down to the tint in the window, down to the bad tint in the window. So my mind is just calculating like, wait a minute. Hold on. This can't be happening. This can't be happening to me. But it is. And I'm so far away from the parking lot, but my eyes work and I got some eagle eye vision and I can see this. I can see my car leaving the parking lot. So I look, or I didn't look. I just reached for my keys and I was like, okay, I still have my keys. Therefore, somebody's taking my vehicle. Wait a minute. My vehicle's paid for. It ain't the repo man. It ain't the repo man. I got my keys in my pocket. What is happening? What's going on? That's my car. It's the same color, same model, same make, same everything, down to the bubbled up tint in the back because you messed up. Everything was the same. Everything was the same. My heart just started pounding. My heart just started racing. At that moment, at that split second, I decided I wasn't going to run. At that split second, I decided to just go ahead and hold the L. That split second, maybe that was intuition and gut feeling was like, you know what, universe? You know what? We're going to continue this test. We're going to continue to test him. We're going to let you continue on with this, but we're going to kick in right here and we ain't going to have him run. We're just going to use the same fear and have him think that there's a possibility that he could run. And if he would run, this was what it'd feel like. But we ain't going to have him to actually run. My heart was beating out of my chest. I had this cold sweat. I started feeling some kind of way. And I was like, you know what? That's too far away. I can't catch a car going fast down the street. I can't catch a car going fat down the street and about to get on the highway, the local route. I ain't running that fast. I don't care how afraid I am. I ain't running that fast. And do I really want to pull a hamstring to compound a problem? Do I really need to get hurt in the process? I'm already mentally hurt. My emotions already just going up and down, and it's not in control. It's all over the place. It is all over the place. So I need to just add a physical injury to my emotional injury? Nah. And I didn't have to think about that because as I mentioned, intuition and gut feeling kicked in then and there. It was like, you know what? Pause, universe. We ain't gonna add a physical injury, because I would have took off and I would have just ran till my pole legs couldn't run no more, till my feet would have just started hurting, till that car would have just been so far away and I would have still been running because so many people would have saw me take off running. I would have just had to keep running. It's like taking that walk of shame. It's like taking that walk of shame when you getting that gas, when you getting that petrol, when you getting that fuel because you done ran out, and people blowing their horn and honking at you. People saying, hey, you need a ride, even though you right there at the station, even though you right there back with your car. Nah, I don't need a ride. Where were you 5 minutes ago? Where were you 20 minutes ago? Where were you 30 minutes ago? Right now, I'm cool. I'm collected. I'm all right. I'm fine. But where were you in the beginning? Where were you in the middle? I don't need you in the end. So I would have just had to keep running. I would have just had to keep running, and me keep running in the attire that I was wearing that wasn't built for running. I would just end up hurting myself. Intuition and gut feeling kicked in, and paused. The universe was like, nah, we ain't sign up for this. We can't. We can't. We made a promise to him. We made a promise to him. We can't have him hurt. Especially when he say he's going to listen to us 100%. We can't have him hurt. So I listened to intuition and gut feeling there, and I didn't run. My heart was still beating out of my chest. I was still feeling some kind of way. I was still emotional. I was still in a cold sweat, and I was still walking to the parking lot, right? So I'm getting closer. To the parking lot, and I'm looking at the spot where 90% of the time where I parked, 90% of the time where I usually park, I'm looking at that spot and I don't see my car. And that's almost like confirmation. That's almost like confirmation. Yeah, fool. Yeah, moron. Yeah, stupid. That is your car. That was your car that was gone. What did you expect? What do you thought it was somebody else's car? You thought somebody else have a vehicle just like yours? You thought that you got a popular G-Ride? You thought that you the only person that can just sing and dance in the G-Ride because it's your happy place and it make you feel good? Nah, Vince, nah. And I'm still walking. And I almost got hit by another vehicle because they don't understand how crosswalks work and pedestrians have the right of way. But this is a no judge zone, and I ain't judging. Hurt people. I was hurt and I didn't want to hurt nobody, but I also didn't want to get hurt. I just wanted to utilize my rights. Why can't I just use my rights at this moment in time? Why can't the pedestrian still have the right of way? So I just kept walking, even though I almost got hit. I didn't pay attention to what the driver was doing because I was focused on that empty spot. I was focused on that empty spot, and I'm looking, and then I just felt this thing within my stomach, this thing within my belly. It just started twisting. It started turning. Then all of a sudden, I didn't feel no pain no more. All of a sudden, I just started feeling okay. All of a sudden, I started feeling all right. All of a sudden, I saw, you know what, it's going to be okay. All of a sudden, I was like, you know what, I'll be fine. All of a sudden, I was like, you know what, I ain't parked there. And I looked straight across. I was like, there's my car. Wow. There's my car. Somebody else got a car just like me. Somebody got the same color as me. Somebody got the same rims as me. Somebody got the same everything as me. And at that point, I'm happy. At that point, I'm pointing to the sky. At that point, I'm relieved. At that point, I'm like, yeah, it's good. And as I started getting closer and closer to my car, I started feeling some kind of way again, but not emotional, but I started getting scared. I started being frightened. I started realizing, I started to think about all of the things that just happened and how it all adds up. All of the things that just happened and how it all add up. And I'm saying to myself, I hope I didn't break the timeline. I hope I didn't alter the future. I hope that all of the things is still in place and still intact. Because obviously that was me from the future. Obviously that was me from the future because it was the same spot. It was the same everything. Hopefully the future me didn't see the present me. Hopefully the future me didn't see the present me, because if you see yourself like that, that's when things get a little cray-cray. That's when things get a little hectic. And I started worrying again. I started being frightened again. But then I pressed the button, opened up the doors, got in the G-Rod, put on my songs, pushed the start, got in reverse, drove off, and just went to the happy zone and zoned out. It was like, I ain't thinking no more. Not today. I can't handle it. Awareness game, go ahead, level up. Level up. Intuition, gut feeling. Hey, I'm never, ever, ever doubting you again. And that's on everything. And that is on everything. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website at xtra.vdgsports.com. xtra.vdgsports.com. This episode is not, I repeat, not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, all things Vince. There's a YouTube as well. VDG Sports. Like, subscribe, share, basically do whatever it is you do there. Noobs, thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. That's all I ever asked for. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly. Now you just need to join the club and become a regular. That's all. Regs, you know what time it is. You know what time it is, but I'm still not going to give it to you. I'm just going to say, peace out.